Please welcome entrepreneur, board of trustee for Colorado Christian University, and co-chairman of Protect Colorado's Vote, Wil Armstrong.
Hey everybody. Well, friends, lunch is over, so strap it on. You ready? What an honor to be here today at the Western Conservative Summit. Obviously, I'm excited. I hope you are as well. My name is Wil Armstrong, and I am the co-chairman of Protect Colorado's Vote. Now, Protect Colorado's Vote is a nonpartisan movement to put on the ballot the citizens' veto of the so-called National Popular Vote Compact. Now, I need to tell you, here ends the politically correct portion of my remarks. Now, I got a lot more to say, but this isn't a politically correct kind of crowd, is it? No. Well, and my guess is you can understand why. I mean, everywhere we look, it seems as though our values, our society, our culture, and now even our form of government is under attack. I mean, taxes, though they're a little better under President Trump, they're still too high. Government regulation, it's not the 10 commandments anymore, it's the 10,000 commandments. Freedom of speech, attacked. Religious liberties, ignored. Extreme environmentalism on the rise. Healthcare too costly. Social Security broke. Debt and government spending is out of control. There's hope because we're here today, isn't there? Well, this is a daunting list. Now, my dad, some of you know, former Senator Armstrong, told a story in one of his very first political speeches that I'd like to share with you. It's a story from a clergyman and educator, Dr. Harry Fosdick, that you've probably heard before, you may have heard before, but let me share it with you today. On the slopes of Long's Peak lies the ruin of a gigantic tree. Naturalists tell us that it stood for 400 years. It was a seedling when Columbus landed at San Salvador. It was half grown when the Pilgrims settled at Plymouth. During the course of its long life, it was struck by lightning 14 times. The innumerable avalanches and storms of 4 centuries thundered past it. It survived them all. In the end, however, an army of beetles attacked the tree and leveled it to the ground. The insects ate their way through the bark and gradually destroyed the inner strength of the tree by their tiny but incessant attacks. A forest giant, which age had not withered, nor lightning blasted, nor storm subdued, fell at last to a relentless attack from within. See, my dad in 1964 described that what happened to that tree can happen to our country, for there is this determined attack on the inner strength of our country. Does that sound familiar today? Have we forgotten that our freedom can be lost inadvertently, given over to liberals who want to concentrate power in central government? Well, you see, I think that there are 3 kinds of people in this world. Those who can make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who say, hey, what just happened? Well, this group, I know this group, you see, you are a group, my fellow patriots, who make things happen. And today, I believe we have patriotic work to do, to make things happen, to make a difference for our country. It's you, my fellow patriots, who believe in America the beautiful. And as Francis Scott Key penned, you who believe in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Am I right? You who hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that all men are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among them are, say them with me, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yes, that's you, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that we have trying times in our beloved state of Colorado. For the first time since 1937, the Democrats have control in the state house, the state senate, and all the statewide elected office, and I don't believe they're putting that power to very good use. In typical fashions, they've overreached. The liberals have overreached and attacked our Constitution this session by passing a law pledging Colorado's electoral votes in presidential elections to the winner of the popular vote, regardless of how Coloradans actually vote. Now, don't be fooled. This is a partisan political stunt. It's a power grab. You all know this. By passing this bill, our legislature and our governor have effectively disenfranchised the citizens of our state. Well, the last time I checked, that's you and that's me, right? The so-called National Popular Vote Compact only goes into effect, as you all know, when the states totaling 270 electoral votes have agreed to it. That's the number, of course, needed to win a presidential election. Well, fortunately, not enough states have voted to pass that compact yet. I find it appalling that Coloradans now can't even rely on the protection of their own elected officials to protect our votes, to protect your vote, for Pete's sakes. The Electoral College protects smaller states like Colorado against all the decisions being made by a handful of much larger populous states. A clear majority of Americans live in just 9 states, and you know what? Colorado isn't one of them. Do we really want our future presidents to be chosen by California, New York, or Florida? But what's crazy is I think the liberals in Colorado do. I just don't understand it. Some politicians and pundits, they claim that the Electoral College has stolen the election from the people. But I just think they're either not very honest or they're just not very good at math. In fact, all this national popular vote scheme would do, in my view, is eliminate the need for any presidential candidate, or frankly, any sitting president, to ever want to care what Coloradans think again. I mean, do you really think that the president under such a scheme would care what we thought about water or roads or energy or agriculture, let alone what we thought about the economy or health care or government spending? No, it would be what California and New York thinks, or the larger metropolitan areas that in and of themselves are bigger than our entire state. Today, our election matters because our 9 electoral votes can make or break a close election, and every candidate knows it. Most every candidate realizes that they have to campaign nationwide, and that means right here in Colorado. The people of Colorado have a right to elect a president as much as the people elsewhere in Illinois, Ohio, Texas, New York, California. We have a right for our vote to count. Now, I was here this morning. I assume most of you all were as well. And I thought it was great that Governor Polis showed up. I mean, really, really great. Very respectful crowd. I hope, however, I hope that his experience here, that he was encouraged that perhaps he'd go to his friends at Progress Now or Democracy Alliance, and he'd invite Charlie Kirk or Dr. Robbie George, or how about Jeff Hunt, to come and speak at their event similarly. But Governor Polis on this issue was wrong. Giving away that right, as our legislature and the governor did, is not only unconstitutional, in my view, it's inexcusable. So I hope you'll join me in holding the legislature accountable by supporting the alternative and making your vote count. Protect Colorado's Vote is the nonpartisan movement to put on the ballot a citizen's veto of the so-called national popular vote. We want to collect 200,000 signatures, place it on the ballot, and then vote no in November of 2020 to override the state legislature. So I hope you'll take this step together with me. In fact, I ultimately really believe we need your help. I know everybody here has a cell phone, and so I want to just pause for 1 second as my time is wrapped up and have everybody pull out their cell phone. I need your help. If you haven't already signed our petition, in the exhibitor space is our booth. I hope you will stop by and make sure that you've signed our petition so that we can get the citizen's veto on the ballot. Second, go to coloradansvote.org. Sign up. We've got a long campaign to November of 2020. I hope, in fact, that you will sign up, stay in touch, be involved. I need you to go and follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Coloradans Vote. Help us get our effort across the finish line as we, the citizens, veto the National Popular Vote Compact. You know, somebody asked me earlier, what's your strategy to win? And I was reminded of Ronald Reagan, who said, our strategy is simple. We win, they lose. Friends, this is our patriotic work to do. This is the battle we should fight. Let's make this happen. We win, they lose, for Colorado, for country, to protect Colorado's vote.